Mike, I just picked...
Damn it.
Did you see that?
Mina, is there anyone in the museum?
It's normal hours. A few tour groups, security guards. It's a light day for tourists. But that's still a lot of people if the bomb goes off.
I won't let it happen.
Mike, you need to hurry.
Why? What's going on?
It sounds like Marburg's men are attacking the security guard. Security's outnumbered. They'll be slaughtered.
Agent Thornton, you made it. Good. That makes things interesting. We have Madison. She's being held in the west wing of the museum. My men have orders to execute her.
That where your bombs are too?
No, the bombs are with me at the Crusades exhibit. You won't have time to reach both. Either way, someone dies.
You're right about that, Marburg. Why don't you stay put? I'll be right there.
Left or right, Thornton? Your choice. Madison, or coming after me and the bombs. There's not time for both.
Mike, Madison. She's in the wing to your left, but the bombs are in the wing to the right. Mike,
Which way should I
sealed
go?
off the entrance to the other wing.
Guess there's only one way to go now.
Mike, I'm picking up some interference on the channel. Judging from the frequencies, there's some proximity mines near your location.
I'll keep an eye out.
Do as he says. Deus Vult. You brought it on her.
You psychopathic son of a bitch.
Enough of this. Stay focused. Watch yourselves. Those men would have passed out from all of that. Where did you get your training from? Damn it, my men! You'll pay for that! Thought you could Oh, you don't give up, do you? Help! Reinforcements! I expected more from a self-appointed hero. You are disposable and obsolete.
Surrender now, and I can negotiate a deal, Marburg.
Oh, I don't think so, Thornton. Immunity, protection. Those things don't interest me. Even if the authorities knew I existed, which they don't.
Don't add to the body count, Marburg. There's no point to any of this.
I think you'll see Miss St. James before I do, Thornton.
Keep talking. Lets me know where to shoot.
It doesn't have to end like this. The authorities are on their way. You've won. The bombs are defused. There's nothing left for you to do here.
Except stop you.
From what? I failed. The authorities get here, they'll arrest us both. I'll be out in an hour. You will die in prison.
Then why are you negotiating?
Because you're listening. You're a professional, Thornton. You see the big picture. Fight another day and all those words that mean retreat.
You can run if you want to. Just make sure you give me a clear shot at your back as you're running.
Enough of this.
Damn it, he's getting away.
There's nothing you can do now, Mike. Get out of there. There'll be another time.
So you chose Rome. I underestimated you. Marburg did not. He said you were a pragmatist, that you would carry out your mission.
Nothing to be done about it now. Marburg killed her.
I hope you don't blame me for her death. Marburg wanted you to save her. Not out of any emotional tie, mind you. For him, it was business.
Tragedy in the wake of the thwarted terror attack on the ruins of Karsule.
A shame.
A second attack.
But you can't save everyone, Michael.
Claimed the
Can't
life of an American employee of
you?
the veteran
If I had been in your shoes,
Madison St. James was
well,
killed
I don't know what I
during
would have
the terrorist
done.
escape attempt. Italian authorities have announced that a
Stopping you took precedence. It was my fault she was there, but I couldn't let you go through with your bombing.
Indeed. After Saudi Arabia, I always thought your mission came first. That's what made you so useful.
It was useless. Stopping that bombing, it wouldn't have benefited you.
INN News has been
Really?
unable to locate
That's
missing
because you
terrorists
have
for comment
a
at this time.
very narrow view of events.
Lectures on perspective from a blind man? That's a first. You planning on teaching about ethics next?
I can't expect you to keep up with every news report. I have an entire division devoted to it, plus my aides in the hole. The bombing was intended to reorganize terrorist legislation in the European Union.
So what? How does that benefit you?
The reorganization was to benefit Helbeck. Surveillance, airport screening tech, weapons. Mr. Marburg's little crusade in Rome was to remind Europe what fear is.
So you killed Madison for profit?
No, Mike, you did. You brought her into this mess. You had her take you to Marburg despite the risks, and then you failed to protect her. Blame me all you want, but step back and think about it. You must have thought about it. When it was all over, you were the big hero, saved all of Rome. When things were quiet, no one shooting at you, no bombs. What did you think about then?
Operator? Hello?
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die.
This is it? After Rome, I was expecting something a little more upscale.
Maybe you should unwind after the flight. Maybe take a shower.
Are you sure water actually comes out of the pipes here?
Just trust me on this, Mike.
Are you sure about this?
Positive. Trust me.
Okay.
See? What did I tell you?
This is why I love you.
You can send roses to my dead drop in Prague. Now that you've made it to Taipei, what are your plans?
Priority 1 is to find out more about this assassination attempt.
Agreed. How are you going to go about it?
I've got 3 leads to start with. This Stephen Heck guy seems like he knows what's going on in Taipei. He might be able to answer some questions.
Be careful, Mike. I've checked my databanks, and I can't find any evidence that Stephen Heck has ever worked for the CIA.
I'll be on my guard. There's also that anomalous data trail from Shahid's system. Any luck tracing it down?
I managed to follow it back to a place in the warehouse district. I'm forwarding the address to you now. What's the final lead?
Simple. Follow the money. Shahid was funneling large amounts of money to a front corporation for the White Oak Mountain Triad. I think I can persuade them to tell me why.
Sounds like you've got everything figured out.
Isn't that why you love me?
You watch yourself out there, Mr. Thornton.
Always. I'm here to see the Red Lion. I'm a friend of the Sheik. Monsieur, my name is Michael Thornton. I think you have information I need.
I know many things. Most of them would be useful to someone, I'm sure. What is it you want from me, Mr. Thornton? I have no interest in bantering with an American cowboy. It upsets my digestion. Please, get to the point.
Someone is planning to assassinate Ronald's son. You've been receiving transfers of funds from Shahid. I'd be willing to pay to see if these two facts are connected.
Interesting. I admire a man who presents a business proposal clearly and succinctly. Mr. Thornton, a man in my position does not get to be a man in my position without knowing the value of a good trade.
I can understand that. I suppose the question is what you need.
Some of my lieutenants seem to think they would do better without my loving guidance and gentle hand. They have set up shop in a disreputable part of town. Now, if you were to discourage them, I will tell you what I know.
You don't even know me. Why trust me with something like this? Why not use your own people?
My own people are known to these roads. You, on the other hand, look enough like an ignorant Guaylo tourist that they might only mug you.
Well, when you put it that way, it's hard to argue. All right, Mr. Hong.
I knew you would see the wisdom of this deal, Mr. Thornton. Contact me again when my wayward children have been dealt with, huh? Oh, and Mr. Thornton.
Yeah?
Don't call me Mr. Hong.
In the back. With you in a sec, buddy. Not too uncomfortable, I hope. Now this is dry cleaning solution. Active ingredient is perchloroethylene. Gets stains out like a champ. Like a champ, Wen. Believe you me.
Steve Heck, I'm here on business. Agency.
Sure. Be right with you. Oh, and you call me Steve again. Cut your thumbs off with cigar clippers. Okay? So you remember where they are now, do you? Candy dish. Ah, that does it, Wen. You know I don't like sweet... Oh, the candy dish! That's right! That's where I left my keys. Should have said something earlier, Wen. You see what I almost made you drink? Good old Wen. Always getting into antics. Anywho, what can I do you for?
I'd like to know more about Ronald's son. That is, if it won't cost me any important body parts.
You're new in town. I don't think I've tortured you yet.
Sorry.
Why didn't you come say hello when you arrived? Couldn't find the place? If I hadn't been with Wen here, I would have made the time to seek you out.
I wasn't sure if you had what I needed to know.
I know a lot about a lot of things. Like, for instance, did you know that in the 1960s, the CIA surgically jammed a mic and antenna into a cat for an op codenamed Acoustic Kitty?
No, I've never heard that. Have you heard of anything relevant to my previous question?
Oh, it's relevant. Just between you and me. And Wen. You're with the agency, am I right?
Yeah, kind of. It's complicated.
Say no more, Agent.
Mike will do, Steve.
Steven. I'm an agent myself, you know.
You don't say.
Yeah, I work for a division of the CIA that doesn't officially exist. Super secret. They just kind of turned me loose and let me go nuts.
Uh-huh. So, can you help me or not?
Depends. How do I know you are who you say you are? I have to ask because, funny story, one time a salesman came in and I thought he was buying secrets about the German Chancellor's security detail.
You don't hear about guys like me. Now, unless you'd like to end up like your friend here, I'd suggest answering my question.
Okay, no need for violence. I'm a level-headed operator. Right, Wen?
Then let's hear it.
So, Ronald's son, huh? Hey, did you ever notice his name's an anagram for lard on guns? Ironic, isn't it?
Hey, yeah. And considering that item posted a few years back in the Worldly Weekly about that pig fat being used as an experimental bullet toxin, not a coincidence.
You might be onto something there, Mike. I'll look into that for sure. Ronnie Sung. What do you want to know, Mike? Personal demons, pant size, political capital, sexual proclivities?
I've got some intelligence that suggests someone in Taipei wants Sung dead. You've got an ear to the ground here, thought you might know more.
Political assassinations. Yeah, those are fun. One time I took out an entire soccer stadium just to kill the premier of Namibia. Hey, did you know at 400 miles an hour, soccer balls can decapitate people?
I didn't. But Sung?
Sure. I can tell you this, Mike. There's a big conference coming up at the Grand Hotel. Sung's gonna be there, along with a few dozen EU bigwigs and the like.
I didn't bring my conference pass, and I don't feel like waiting in line, unless it was worth my while.
Taiwanese National Security Bureau is providing the security. You think those cats don't just have oodles of stuff on everybody who might want their boss dead?
Wouldn't be too hard to slip in and borrow some of that information.
Knew that would appeal to you, Mike. Hey, give me a call when you head that way. I'd like to be in on this.
You got it. Okay, I'm not far from the market, near the slums.
I'm picking up some activity near your position. I don't think Hong Shi gave us the whole story.
The head of an organized crime syndicate not telling the truth? Gee, that's a stretch.
Stretch or not, it looks like you're going to see some heavier resistance up ahead.
cut something.
Find out what that was. On my way.
I swear I saw something.
Interesting.
What is?
I just found a 10-page list of Triad members.
How does that help us?
I think it may be a list of all the defectors.
You said 10 pages? How many defectors are there?
A hell of a lot more than Hong sure told us about.
You better watch yourself, Mike. There's no telling what else he forgot to tell us about.
My thoughts exactly.
Die.
Cover me! That.
Did you hear what's happening to Yi Huang? He started pulling guard duties. Guard duty? Why would they give guard duty to another?
friendly neighborhood triads have been dealing with Al-Samad.
You're kidding. Why would they be working together? Any details of the arrangement?
No, just some ledgers detailing various transactions. I found controls for the sluice gates. Should provide for an
This can't be
interesting
good.
approach. Wait, there... Mina, I need you to look something up for me.
Sure. What do you need?
Exactly how many diseases can I get from walking in this?
Don't be such a baby. You'll be fine. After you get your shots. And a full course of antibiotics. And a month in the quarantine room.
They left that part out of the recruitment brochures. I don't even want to think about what I'm stepping in right now. Remind me to burn everything I'm wearing when I get back. That's the last of the lieutenants.
Good work. Head back to the safe house. I'll arrange a meeting for you with Hawkshire's people.
I'm on my way.
Wait a minute. Mike, satellite's picking up multiple individuals, headed your way fast.
Triads?
Probably. They're armed like triads anyway.
How much time do I have?
All
Wait,
right,
there's a
Mike.
note
Keep
attached to
looking.
one of the ledgers.
There has to be more to this.
Apparently.
Die!
I found controls for the sluice gates. Should provide for an interesting approach.
Mr. Thornton, you return. The television is already humming with talk of your assault on the slums.
Oh, it's all wrapped up, but there's a few things you didn't tell me. And I'm guessing you didn't tell your subordinates either.
What exactly are you talking about, Mr. Thornton?
I'm talking about why your men defected. It wasn't a business dispute. Don't you think your men have the right to know that?
I do not take kindly to blackmail, Mr. Thornton. Take care. You will lose a powerful ally if you follow this road with me. Tell me, what is your silence worth?
You know what? I'll keep this one quiet. On the house, you might say, as a token of our friendship.
Very wise of you, Mr. Thornton. I can be a valuable ally to those in my good graces. To business, then?
Shahid was sending you large sums of money. What was it for?
A man in my position has access to certain materials, Mr. Thornton. Materials that a man in Shahid's position finds very valuable. We had a long-standing business arrangement.
You've already got the international smuggling contacts. You could secure shipments to just about anywhere an Al Samad cell operates.
Very astute, Mr. Thornton. You would do very well in this business. I did not sell weapons to Shahid directly. I was merely a facilitator.
So you set him up on blind dates with arms dealers.
His people would contact me with a date and the location of a shipment. My operatives ensured that El Samad's weapons reached the places where El Samad needed them.
Clever. If you can promise delivery in 30 minutes or my guns are free, I might consider hiring you.
As promised, Mr. Thornton. Here is all the information I have regarding this unfortunate business with Mr. Sung.
A pleasure doing business with you.
And with you, Mr. Thornton. Oh, there is one other thing. Beware of the man called Oman Dang.
Oman Dang? Who's he?
I'm afraid no one really knows. He is a powerful man in Taipei, and I have heard his name mentioned along with the rumors of this assassination.
I'll keep my ears open. Thanks. I'm sending you the data I got from Honk Sure now.
Receiving. Got it.
Anything?
According to this, the White Oak Mountain Triad was approached to provide security for a diplomatic exchange at a subway station on the Xingmei line tomorrow night.
Diplomatic exchange. What links that to the assassination plot?
Hong Shu's lieutenants dug into the guy's background. Turns out, he was an NSB deep cover operative. After some persuasion, he let slip that he was working undercover to foil a major political assassination.
Persuasion. Do I want to know?
You really don't.
That gives us a time and a place. Think it's enough to go on?
Xingmei Station is pretty big. You could wander around for an hour and not find the exchange. You'll need to identify the package being handed off. If you can find a way to track it, even better.
I'll see what I can dig up. I'll be in touch.
Okay. Good luck, Mike.
A terrorist attack on the ruins of Karsule was thwarted today by an undisclosed branch of Italian law enforcement. The Italian government has not released the name of the organization involved, citing security concerns.
In fashion news, designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty. Models dressed in Goulet's latest designs would stroll to the end of the runway, where they were actually drenched in real pig blood.
Well, many did find it outrageous, some less so. Fans of the designer called it a, quote, new and breathtaking twist in fashion, while critics called it, quote, gaudy, overblown, and completely gross. And various animal rights groups picketed the show, claiming it was, quote, disrespectful to the suffering of fellow creatures.
In response to these protests, Goulet labeled the protesters as stupid dumbfaces who needed to get the F over themselves, end quote. Roman police raided a warehouse in the Apria district earlier today on reports that it was being used as the hub of an international arms smuggling operation. No shots were fired during the raid, as police discovered several dead bodies in what appeared to be a deal gone bad.
Chinese government officials today announced that the People's Republic would issue sanctions against any nation recognizing Taiwan as an independent state.
The Chinese have always held the official position that Taiwan is merely a breakaway province. But with Taiwanese President Ronald Sung's calls for official separation from the mainland, Chinese officials are growing nervous.
When asked what form economic sanctions might take, the Chinese ambassador to the United States said, quote, "We will take all actions deemed necessary and appropriate to safeguard Chinese sovereignty." We've always known that kids enjoy candy, but what are some of the downsides to this link? A recent study by scientists at the American Medical Association has linked the consumption of sugar to hyperactivity and inattentiveness in kids, especially when combined with an empty stomach.
Apparently, after normal, healthy children are given a great deal of sugar, their bodies release vast quantities of the hormone adrenaline, which turns even the calmest child into an uncontrollable hellion. According to one researcher, we gave them a bag of candy bars, and then in like a half hour they were running around being crazy, end quote.
Researchers managing the study recommended parents attempt to reduce their child's sugar intake, or at least balance it with other snacks containing fat and carbohydrates. Like chips and pretzels, right?
Yes, Melissa, that would probably work. But parents should remain aware of the dangers that sugar poses to their children and their families.
Well, that's certainly food for thought.
Coalition forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence across the Middle East, believed to be part of a power struggle between rival terrorist organizations.
Army spokesman Colonel J. Robert Powers tells INN that a suspected Al-Samad terrorist training camp on the outskirts of Jisan was destroyed yesterday, allegedly in a daring daytime raid by members of the Al-Ta'ir sect.
A leading arms trafficker suspected of supplying terrorist organization Al-Samad was captured by coalition forces earlier this week. Mohammed Omar bin Nasri, based in a remote part of Saudi Arabia, was in possession of over $100 million worth of small arms, ammunition, missiles, and vehicles. His extradition to the United States is currently being worked out with the Saudi government. In technology news, a string of hacker attacks have recently struck the U.S. Department of Defense. The attacks have been described as internet terrorism, repeated attempts to break into the department's systems in order to steal or corrupt valuable data. Government investigators have alleged that most of these hacking attempts have originated in mainland China, although the Chinese government has denied any connection to the attacks. I'll investigate this topic further in the upcoming 5-part series, Terror on the Internet. Is your data safe? A terrorist attack on the ruins of Karsule was thwarted today by an undisclosed branch of Italian law enforcement. The Italian government has not released the name of the organization involved, citing security concerns.
In fashion news, designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty. Models dressed in Goulet's latest designs would stroll to the end of the runway, where they were actually drenched in real pig blood.
Well, many did find it outrageous, some less so. Fans of the designer called it a, quote, new and breathtaking twist in fashion, while critics called it, quote, gaudy, overblown, and completely gross. And various animal rights groups picketed the show, claiming it was, quote, disrespectful to the suffering of fellow creatures.
In response to these protests, Goulet labeled the protesters as stupid dumbfaces who needed to get the F over themselves, end quote. Roman police raided a warehouse in the Apria district earlier today on reports that it was being used as the hub of an international arms smuggling operation. No shots were fired during the raid, as police discovered several dead bodies in what appeared to be a deal gone bad.
Chinese government officials today announced that the People's Republic would issue sanctions against any nation recognizing Taiwan as an independent state.
The Chinese have always held the official position that Taiwan is merely a breakaway province. But with Taiwanese President Ronald Sung's calls for official separation from the mainland, Chinese officials are growing nervous.
When asked what form economic sanctions might take, the Chinese ambassador to the United States said, quote, "We will take all actions deemed necessary and appropriate to safeguard Chinese sovereignty." We've always known that kids enjoy candy, but what are some of the downsides downsides to this link. A recent study by scientists of the American Medical Association has linked the consumption of sugar to hyperactivity and inattentiveness in kids, especially when combined with an empty stomach.
Apparently, after normal, healthy children are given a great deal of sugar, their bodies release vast quantities of the hormone adrenaline, which turns even the calmest child into an uncontrollable hellion. According to one researcher, we gave them a bag of candy bars, and then in like a half hour they were running around being crazy, end quote.
Researchers managing the study recommended parents attempt to reduce their child's sugar intake, or at least balance it with other snacks containing fat and carbohydrates. Like chips and pretzels, right?
Yes, Melissa, that would probably work. But parents should remain aware of the dangers that sugar poses to their children and their families.
Well, that's certainly food for thought.
Coalition forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence across the Middle East, believed to be part of a power struggle between rival terrorist organizations.
Army spokesman Colonel J. Robert Powers tells INN that a suspected Al-Samad terrorist training camp on the outskirts of Jisan was destroyed yesterday, allegedly in a daring daytime raid by members of the Al-Ta'ir sect.
A leading arms trafficker suspected of supplying terrorist organization Al-Samad was captured by coalition forces earlier this week. Mohammed Omar bin Nasri, based in a remote part of Saudi Arabia, was in possession of over $100 million worth of small arms, ammunition, missiles, and vehicles. His extradition to the United States is currently being worked out with the Saudi government. In technology news, a string of hacker attacks have recently struck the U.S. Department of Defense. The attacks have been described as internet terrorism, repeated attempts to break into the department's systems in order to steal or corrupt valuable data. Government investigators have alleged that most of these hacking attempts have originated in mainland China, although the Chinese government has denied any connection to the attacks. I'll investigate this topic further in the upcoming 5-part series, Terror on the Internet. Is your data safe? A terrorist attack on the ruins of Karsule was thwarted today by an undisclosed branch of Italian law enforcement. The Italian government has not released the name of the organization involved, citing security concerns.
In fashion news, designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty. Models dressed in Goulet's latest designs would stroll to the end of the runway, where they were actually drenched in real pig blood.
Well, many did find it outrageous, some less so. Fans of the designer called it a, quote, new and breathtaking twist in fashion, while critics called it, quote, gaudy, overblown, and completely gross. And various animal rights groups picketed the show, claiming it was, quote, disrespectful to the suffering of fellow creatures.
In response to these protests, Goulet labeled the protesters as stupid dumbfaces who needed to get the F over themselves, end quote. Roman police raided a warehouse in the Apria district earlier today on reports that it was being used as the hub of an international arms smuggling operation. No shots were fired during the raid, as police discovered several dead bodies in what appeared to be a deal gone bad.
Chinese government officials today announced that the People's Republic would issue sanctions against any nation recognizing Taiwan as an independent state.
The Chinese have always held the official position that Taiwan is merely a breakaway province. But with Taiwanese President Ronald Sung's calls for official separation from the mainland, Chinese officials are growing nervous.
When asked what form economic sanctions might take, the Chinese ambassador to the United States said, quote, we will take all actions deemed necessary and appropriate. Chinese government officials today announced that the People's Republic would issue sanctions against Taiwan as an independent state.
Who the heck are these guys? All right, I'm in. Mina. Mina, do you copy? Great. Signal's jammed. Looks like I'm on my own. All right, I'm in. Mina. Mina, do you copy?
Checking something out.
Great. Signal's jammed. Looks like I'm on my own. A network hub. That must be what's drawing all that power.
What's that?
Signal's not getting through. Must be a jammer somewhere. I'll have to bypass it. that is one hell of a jamming device.
Acquiring target.
This is definitely what's blocking the transmission. Bypassing it will be tough, but blowing it up isn't exactly covert. Transmission link-up's good. Time to get out of here.
Something new.
Now that is one hell of a jamming device.
Investigating.
This is definitely what's blocking the transmission. Bypassing it will be tough, but blowing it up isn't exactly covert.
Contact visual. Investigate.
What the hell is up with my PDA?
Agent Thornton, my name is Albatross. You attacked a G-22 cell in Taipei and placed monitoring software on our servers. I want you to delete it.
I'd upgrade that decryption program if I were you. I thought my PDA was broken.
Agent Thornton, don't waste my time. You know why I'm contacting you.
What's it to you, Albatross? I was checking a lead. Next thing I know, your goggle-eyed agents are crawling out of the woodwork.
You've placed monitoring software on our servers. You managed to infiltrate our system completely. You're very thorough.
Look, your little organization, G-22, they sure didn't make me feel welcome when I arrived. Now, after all that trouble you put me through, you expect me to do you a favor? I don't even know what you and your pals were doing here.
Eavesdropping on our servers won't help you. I'm guessing you're looking for an Al-Samad and Halbech connection.
You're surprisingly well informed for some organization I've never heard of before.
Alpha Protocol aren't the only ones who keep a low profile, Agent.
So I see. Care to tell me how you knew about Sung?
We've been monitoring both Al-Samad and Halbech, but are affiliated with neither. I'm afraid you'll have to take me at my word, Agent Thornton.
I believe you. I don't know why, but I'm guessing if you're willing to ask first. That says a lot right there.
I appreciate your trust, Agent Thornton. Mike. And that data, well, let's just say it would be of little use to you. Shut down your program, and I will compensate you. I know why you're here. I can help you. Refuse, and you'll find you have few friends here in Taipei.
All right, I'll delete the programs. And I could use the help. This operation is turning out to be larger than I expected.
Thank you, Mike. And as for your mission, let us say the G-22 has no interest in seeing President Sung placed in jeopardy.
So, you have been eavesdropping on Al-Samad and Halbech.
Yes. Halbech underestimated Shahid. The man was no fool. But even G-22 hasn't been able to determine how Halbech intends to pull off the assassination, or who the assassin is.
I'd rather not wait until Sung is shot to find out. That help you mentioned.
G-22 will be in contact, Mike. And thank you.
I thought this line was supposed to be secure.
It should be. What happened?
Someone calling himself Albatross hacked into the comm network and accused me of swiping his data. Said he represents something called G-22.
That's scary.
Yeah, it was a shock for me too.
I'm guessing he didn't call to chat. What did he want?
He found the bugs I planted, wanted them shut down. I figured it was in my best interest not to piss him off. We should have what we need by now anyways.
Too bad. A look inside their network might have told us more about who we're dealing with.
So, what do we got?
Not a lot. I downloaded what I could before you shut down the bugs. But we're offline now.
I hope Albatross's goodwill is worth it. What did we get?
It looks like the network was part of the ShadowNet G22 uses to monitor global intelligence services. I ran a search for the keywords Ronald Sung and assassination, and got a hit.
Anything we can run with?
I've got an email intercept indicating that the assassin will be receiving the details of the assignment tomorrow night at the subway station on the Xingmei line.
That's not a lot of new information.
It's something. Maybe if we can find a way to tap into the NSB's computers, we can narrow the search a little more.
I know just the guy to talk to about that. Hopefully he's not as crazy as he seems.
Stephen Heck? I'm not sure you can trust him.
Well, neither am I, but he did offer to help me get access to the NSB's archives. I'll be in touch when I have more news.
Okay. Good luck, Mike.
Is this Scarlet? This is...
Mike, from the plane, right?
You remembered.
You didn't give me a reason to forget.
Heard you were in Taipei, thought I'd call.
So, it takes me coming to Taipei for you to get back to me?
About your offer of exchanging information.
I remember. Do you have something?
I'm here in town trying to find out all I can about President Sung and the upcoming rally.
Sung? Why? Is there something wrong?
I'm not sure yet, but I need to speak to Sung.
That's not going to be easy.
I don't have a lot of friends here in Taipei, and certainly not ones with press credentials who can move freely. Can you help me?
What did you have in mind?
A little covert operation, if you're up for it.
I might be. I'd need the details first.
I'll fire them over, along with a location to meet up.
All right, then. Talk to you soon, Mike.
Everybody online?
In position in the lobby.
In position to rain death on my enemies.
We need the NSB's threat analysis. What we don't need is to be added to their list. I want minimal confrontation and no civilian casualties.
What are you expecting me to do, Mike? Bludgeon a wandering guard to death with a camera?
Actually, that last part was mostly for Steven.
Anybody ever tell you you're a real wet blanket, Mike?
Steven, you're with me. There will be a map of the conference in the security office. You're going to be my distraction.
Can do, Mike. Would you prefer a hot distraction or a loud distraction?
What's the difference?
Hot distractions have more fire.
Actually, I was thinking something a little less likely to cause a complete security lockdown.
So, what? Hide the bodies?
No bodies would be better.
Yeah, sure. No bodies.
Scarlet, I need you to stay in the lobby for now. Hang out in the bar, see if you can find me a lonely convention attendee.
And do what with him exactly?
Talk him up, find out something useful. Use some of those ace reporter skills I hear so much about.
Sure, Mike.
Should be a piece of cake for you.
I'll call you as soon as I have anything. What about me?
You, I'm keeping all to myself.
Great. I just hope I'm not so focused on your dreamy voice that I forget to tell you when the men with guns show up.
Cute.
Your dreamy voice distracts me too, Mike.
Okay, I'm going offline to take showers. Lots of showers.
Okay, everybody knows the score? Then let's move out. Remember, people, this is our one chance to get this intel. Let's do it right. Good luck, Thornton out.
Heads up, Mike. The administrative offices are under guard. And they've got security cameras set up.
Hey, buddy. Do you like those TV cooking shows?
Huh? Bam! Ha! Poor dumb bastard. He never saw it coming.
Nice distraction. Thanks, Steven. Bingo. Got the conference map. And there's the NSB station. Looks like some parts of the hotel are locked off with keycard locks.
Then you better watch for opportunities to get one. You need to get to this information.
Tell me something I don't know.
Scarlet, I've got something for you.
Great, let's have it.
A certain Halbeck security officer has a distinct weakness for Mai Tais and redheads, in that order.
Get anything useful out of him?
Not much. Just his room key.
Scarlet, what have I told you about setting me up on blind dates while I'm on a mission?
Not quite what I had in mind, but I did get his elevator access card. One more little surprise for you. I managed to snap a picture of him. Seems like if security were told it was the face of a known sex offender.
That would make a nice distraction for hotel security. Good call.
Meet me in the restroom by the VIP suite. I'll give you what I have.
On my way.
Here you go, Mike.
You're the best. I ever tell you that?
Not often enough, I think.
Thanks, Scarlet.
I'll be seeing you, Mike.
Mike, you've got 2 guards ahead, patrolling the penthouse floor.
Officer needs...
These conferences are a waste of time. I don't even know where the red light district in Taipei is. It is nice to get out of the office for a few days, though. What are you doing here?
Alright, I've got the access badge and a floor plan of the hotel. Looks like the express elevator in the penthouse goes straight to the conference floor.
Good work, Mike. The NSB is patrolling the area. If you watch their pattern... Mike, you've got 2 guards ahead, patrolling the penthouse floor.
Hold it! I just do what I think. ever heard?
These conferences are a waste of time. I don't even know where the red light district in Taipei is. It is nice to get out of the office for a few days, though. When do we break for dinner?
What's this?
I think that. What are you doing here?
Alright, I've got the access badge and a floor plan of the hotel. Looks like the express elevator in the penthouse goes straight to the conference floor.
Good work, Mike. The NSB is patrolling the area. If you watch their pattern, you should be able to find a gap in their patrol and move past without them seeing you.
And that should do it. I wonder if Taiwan has a version of Megan's Law. Got it.
Hey, that's swell, Mike. Really great. You think you could do me a solid and find a file on the NSB servers for me?
I guess. What file?
Mine. It'd mean a lot to me.
Sure. I'll take a look.
You're the best, Mike.
You hear about that thing in Rome? Yeah, there was a close call. Do you know who disarmed the bomb? I heard it was MI6. The British? No way the Italians let them operate in Rome. It was GIS. GIS doesn't have that kind of response time. Maybe it was a private contractor. I heard VCI was in the area. Could be.
this is interesting.
What is it?
NSB file on Omen Dang. General description, basic intel. I'm downloading this.
Anything more?
Some attempt at infiltration into his organization was made, and before the agent in question was killed, he was able to bug some important intel.
That could be useful.
You're telling me.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, what did you do? NSB security just went to full alert. You're going to need to cancel the security lockdown to get out of there. Hurry, Mike. According to the hotel blueprints, there should be a security terminal off the lobby. The second floor.
Steven, do you copy?
What's up?
I took care of that file you asked me about. As far as the NSB...
You're going to need to cancel the security lockdown to get out of there. Hurry, Mike. According to the hotel blueprints, there should be a security terminal off the lobby. The second floor.
Steven, do you copy?
Like a floppy. What's up?
I took care of that file you asked me about. As far as the NSB is concerned, there's nobody in the world named Stephen Heck.
Hey, that's great, Mike. Mind you, it'll make things harder for little Stephen Jr. suddenly having no legal identity, but hey, thanks anyways.
Sure, no problem. Damn it, Heck, what the hell are you doing?
Steven, you said distraction. Is distracting enough?
Heck.
Mike, there's no time. Just get out of there. You're going to need to cancel the security lockdown to get out of there. Hurry, Mike. According to the hotel blueprints, there should be a security terminal off the lobby. The second floor.
Steven, do you copy?
Like a floppy. What's up?
I took care of that file you asked me about. As far as the NSB is concerned, there's nobody in the world named Stephen Heck.
Hey, that's great, Mike. Mind you, it'll make things harder for little Stephen Jr. suddenly having no legal identity, but hey, thanks anyways.
Sure, no problem. Damn it, Heck, what the hell are you doing?
Steven, you said distraction. Is distracting enough?
Heck.
Mike, there's no time. Just get out of there.
Tina, the doors are locked. I need a new exit, ASAP.
I'm checking the blueprints now. Got it. There are some access tunnels underground. They should lead you right out.
Where?
Service area behind the reception desk. Go.
On my way.
You're going to need to cancel the security lockdown to get out of there. Hurry, Mike. According to the hotel blueprints, there should be a security terminal off the lobby. Second floor.
Steven, do you copy?
Like a floppy. What's up?
I took care of that file you asked me about. As far as the NSB is concerned, there's nobody in the world named Steven Hack.
Hey, that's great, Mike. Mind you, it'll make things harder for little Steven Jr. suddenly having no legal identity, but hey, thanks anyways.
Sure, no problem.
You're going to need to cancel the security lockdown to get out of there. Hurry, Mike. According to the hotel blueprints, there should be a security terminal off the lobby. Second floor.
Steven, do you copy?
Like a floppy. What's up?
I took care of that file you asked me about. As far as the NSB is concerned, there's nobody in the world named Steven Hack.
Hey, that's...
You're going to need to cancel the security lockdown to get out of there. Hurry, Mike. According to the hotel blueprints, there should be a security terminal off the lobby. Second floor.
Steven, do you copy?
Like a floppy. What's up?
I took care of that file you asked me about. As far as the NSB is concerned, there's nobody in the world named Steven Hack.
Hey, that's great, Mike. Mind you, it'll make things harder for little Steven Jr. suddenly having no legal identity, but hey, thanks anyways.
Sure, no problem.
entrance now. Got it. There are some access tunnels underground. They should lead you right out.
On my way.
So, Mike, you get around to wiping that file yet?
Not yet, Steve.
Steven. Hey, buddy, come on. I helped you pro bono on this one. You're a pro. You can throw a little bono my way. You got me?
Okay, I'm at the elevator. You sure this will get me out?
Positive. The elevator leads to those access tunnels. You can slip out before the authorities know you're gone.
Got it.
Hey, Mike, it's Steven. Steven Heck.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see you.
I can see you too, Mike.
Okay. What's on your mind, Heck?
Steven, anywho, just wanted to drop you a line and find out if all that killing I didn't do was worth your while. You get what you needed?
I've got a name and a place. Let's just leave it at that.
Is it Honcho McQuaid at the Pork Barrel Burger in Scranton?
What?
Huh? Why, that's great that you got it all sorted out. You need any more mayhem while you're in town, you know who to call.
Thanks. I'll be in touch.
what's a nice guy like you doing in a town like Taipei? Still.
Steven, hey. Just calling to let you know I've got all the intel I need to intercept this package on the assassination. The exchange goes down tonight at the Xingmei subway station.
Thanks for the heads up, Mike. I'll make sure I disable all those surprise audio mines I've got scattered around the city's subway system.
You don't really have those, do you?
If I told you that, there wouldn't be a surprise, would there? Plus, I'd have to staple your tongue to the roof of your mouth to keep you from telling anybody. Operational security, nothing personal.
Right. Well, anyways, I thought you should know, since Taipei is sort of your turf and all.
Hey, glad to see you've learned your lesson, Mike. I appreciate the heads up. For a while there, I was afraid I'd have to disappear you.
Disappear me?
Are you really gonna force me to make a Hoffa joke? Because I could make some Hoffa jokes. Oh, yeah.
You know, there could be a lot of bad guys down there. If you wanted to help me take them out, well, I wouldn't say no.
Really? You mean it? Oh, Mike, you don't know how much that means to me.
So you'll do it?
Will I do it? Damn right I will. You just go do your thing. I think you're gonna like the surprise I got cooked up.
Why do I get the feeling you've planned this?
Because I have, Mike.
Right. Okay then, see you down
there. You betcha.
I'm not seeing anything. Are you sure we've got the right place?
Everything we have points to here and now, Mike. Hold on. I've got a signal. It's on the move, about 500 meters west of your current position.
What the hell's it doing over there?
They must have moved the drop.
Mina?
Portable radio channel. Very useful. Points for considering camouflage, Agent Thornton. But try something that blends in with the civilians more than the surroundings.
How do you know who I am?
You've made quite the impression in the intelligence community with your past exploits. Perhaps you don't hide quite as well as you think.
Omen Dang, I think you and I have business to settle.
Agreed. But it would be on my agenda. I have things to take care of. Tasks I cannot allow you to interrupt. There is a maintenance store over there. Go inside.
If you're gonna kill me, why not just do it right here?
Eventually your body would be found and would spark a police investigation. That is attention I would prefer not to draw.
So, what now?
You're going to stay put until my men have completed their objectives. After that, if you're as resourceful as I've heard, you'll have no trouble getting out of here.
Charming. Just how I wanted to spend my night.
We must all endure hardship for the cause we believe in.
Mike, come in. Can you hear me?
Sorry about that. Got interrupted.
What happened?
I just met the legendary Omen Dang, who locked me in a maintenance tunnel.
I'm not going to ask. I see you. The package is still in play. It's on the move, at the next platform over.
I'm on it.
Hurry, Mike. There's no telling how much time we have.
Where is he? Dang said the dog was here.
I've got company. So much for Dang's word.
I don't know. Stay here. I'll take a look down the hall.
Trains are pretty loud here. Might come in handy if I need to take a shot. way to get down to the tracks.
Keep pressing forward. The tunnels will lead you to the station, one way or another.
There's hardly anybody here. Where are Deng's men?
The transponder says they're in your area. Maybe below you? Mike, what are you...
There's hardly anybody here. Where are Deng's men?
The transponder says they're in your area. Maybe below you?
The gates to the bottom platform are closed. I need to find the control room.
Remember, the security guards here aren't Chinese secret police. Don't start a dance-off if you can help it.
I'll be careful.
The last thing we need is to get recorded. Try to turn off those station cameras while you're at it.
Hey, what was that?
It was nothing.
No, I saw something on the monitor.
Trust me, didn't see anything.
But
Son, I've been on this job 10 years. Trust me, sometimes even if you see something, it's nothing. You're not supposed to be here! Requesting backup! We have a shooter!
There's hardly anybody here. Where are Deng's men?
The transponder says they're in your area. Maybe below you?
The gates to the bottom platform are closed. I need to find the control room.
Remember, the security guards here aren't Chinese secret police. Don't start a dance-off if you can help it.
I'll be careful.
The last thing we need is to get recorded. Try to turn off those station cameras while you're at it.
Hey, what was that?
It was nothing.
No, I saw something on the monitor.
Trust me, you didn't see anything.
But I...
Son, I've been on this job 10 years. Trust me, sometimes even if you see something, it's nothing.
Gate's open now. Time to say hello to our friends downstairs. Heck, I've got a lot of guys down here that want to kill me. Any chance for an assist?
I'm soft shoeing my way to you right now, pal. Be there in 2 shakes of a high explosive device cunningly disguised as a lamb's tail.
Hey! What? He's here! You said this location was safe. Kill him!
Mike, your target is on the move. Don't let him get away.
We are now approaching the station. Please stand clear of the doors. In other words, duck, Mike. You like that one, Mike? Oh, I've been wanting to do that
Hey, stop!
End of the line. I may die, so will you. Think you can dodge a train?
Damn, no time to turn back.
End of the line. I may die, so will you. Think you can dodge a train?
Damn, no time to turn back. Damn, that was close. A lot of work for a little flash drive.
Mike, are you alright?
Yeah, that was a closer call than I'd like. His data better be worth it.
We'll figure that out later. Deng's men are still down there. Get out now.
No arguments here. I think I'll stick with surface streets for a while. Okay, I've got the disc. Let's see what Omen Deng knows.
I'm patching into your system now. Oh, this is good. He's using elliptical curve encryption to mask the data structure.
I haven't seen a computer you can't crack yet. You'll get through this in no time.
Sweet of you to say.
Any luck yet?
Just bits and pieces. Something about the assassination attempt and riots at Sung's rally. Maybe to cover an escape or a secondary plan if the assassination fails.
If Sung dies, the whole region's thrown into chaos. If Deng sets off those riots, it could end with a lot of people dead. Let me know when you have more.
Will do. Uh-oh. This is not good.
Uh-oh? What uh-oh? I don't like uh-oh.
There was a hidden security protocol on the disk. When I tried to access it, the disk started reformatting itself. Mike, this format is running too fast. I can maybe decrypt one of these files before it wipes the disk.
Damn, which one?
It's your call, Mike. But you better make it fast.
A riot at Sung's rally could cause just as much chaos as an assassination.
Got it. That's it. Whatever else was on that disk is gone.
No chance of recovering the rest, huh?
I wouldn't count on it. But at least we've got something.
Yeah, I just hope we made the right call.
And so we come to the events in Taipei, Agent Thornton.
Yeah, Taipei.
I understand you spoke with Stephen Heck at some point. Heck doesn't like to feel that other agents are encroaching on his turf, does he? He's very territorial.
You left out batshit crazy.
Even so. It was Heck who provided you with information about the conference at the Grand Hotel, wasn't it?
Do you even need to ask?
Not especially. You were very discreet in your operation there. Still worried about civilian casualties?
Just didn't see any in my way.
So you say, but judging by your record, I think that's an empty bluff. Heck wasn't the only dangerous contact you made in Taipei, was he?
You're talking about Hong Shi.
Making deals with Triad bosses isn't the best way to guarantee a long and healthy life.
Really? That's not what my fortune cookie said.
Nevertheless, your one-man crusade in the slums kicked the Taiwanese security forces into high gear. You may have done more harm to Hong Shi's organization than you realize. And then you met the mysterious Omen Deng.
Deng got the drop on me. He was good, I'll give him that.
But at the time, you still didn't know what his role in all this was, did you?
You mean?
We'll get to that later. Faced with the choice of which information to save, you chose...
I made the best choice I could, given the options.
Why?
By putting extra security on Sung, I figured I could draw the assassin out and get some answers. That's harder to do with agitators in the crowd.
I see. That's a very pragmatic strategy, Agent.
I made the best choice I could, given the options.
But it didn't turn out that way, did it?
Organized crime violence on the Taipei subway system tonight. Police say that a drug... The Triad Underground. Civilians were hurt in the battle, but several...
You must be Agent Thornton. I understand you have some important information for me.
Your life is in danger. A group of Chinese covert agents is planning to kill you and use your death to set off a massive riot.
This is a troubling development, Agent Thornton. If it is true.
You think I'm making it up?
Let us just say I would like to hear the whole story before I make any decisions. A man with my political views lives with threats every day. If you can present me with compelling evidence of this plot, I will take action.
Look, Mr. President, I didn't fly halfway around the world to play practical jokes on world leaders. This is real.
You must see it from my perspective. With no hard evidence, I can't simply change my plans.
I have evidence of the riots.
Then the attempt on my life is merely your conjecture.
No, sir, Mr. President. Both threats are genuine. Please, for your safety, cancel your appearance at the rally.
Canceling the rally at this juncture would do considerable harm to my cause. I am afraid it is out of the question.
Then at least take extra precautions. Wear body armor during your speech. Post extra security, something.
Give me your evidence, Agent Thornton. If my security chief concurs that the threat is credible, I will have extra personnel standing by to quell any agitators.
But the assassination...
If I go out onto that stage wearing a bulletproof vest, I announce my weakness to the world. I am sorry. But without hard evidence, I will not send that message to my people.
This is all I have. Please use it, Mr. President. Taiwan can't afford to lose you right now.
You're far more generous than some of my constituents, Agent Thornton. I will put this to good use. I promise you that.
How'd it go?
Could have been better.
He didn't listen?
Well, he believed me about the riots once I handed him the evidence, but without proof that someone was planning to kill him, he refused to wear a vest during his speech.
What are you going to do?
The only thing I can do, figure out how to stop both plans myself.
That doesn't sound so hard. Keep me posted. Mike, how did it go with Sung?
Not as well as I'd hoped.
Did he believe you?
He's gonna add additional security, but as for the assassination attempt, without proof, he's not gonna take any other precautions.
So, he didn't believe you?
No.
You tried, Mike. And helping you out? Well, you certainly keep things interesting.
I've got to figure out the next step. Until then, you may want to get ready in case this story explodes.
I hope not. Now I'm tempted to cover the rally.
Are you planning to stay in Taipei then?
Now I am. That is, if you think I can help, Mike. I don't know what I can do, but...
It's better if you stay out of the way from now on. I think it's gonna get a lot more violent from here on out.
If so, then I'm not going anywhere. I'll try to gather what I can from my contacts, Mike. Until then...
If I need any more help, I'll let you know. Thanks for everything, Scarlet.
Good luck, Mike. And good luck with Sung.
Looks like Deng's men already made it here. How's that satellite uplink meeting?
Working. And you're right, satellite imaging shows Chinese secret police all throughout the parks. We're a little late.
Steven, what's it looking like near the stage?
It's a madhouse over here. But not in that fun, violent way.
This should be interesting. I hope our friends actually show up on time. Could use the help.
You better hurry, Mike. Sung's giving his speech in less than an hour.
Speech? Weren't we here just for the fireworks?
Yes, Mike. That and a little thing called regional stability.